I've got my tent set up right here, and Nathan is right there. So he's got the X-Mid, I've got the X-Dome. I wanted to show you something because this was actually a pretty common challenge that you get in the winter, because we showed up here and the snow is about maybe 10 inches deep or less, actually probably quite a bit less. So yeah, maybe just a hand length deep, and it's super sugary. The ground is frozen underneath and it's very rocky. So we're at the edge of a river here and it's all kind of washout stone. So you really can't get a tent peg in this at all. You maybe could in the summer where you could see where all the rocks are, but what we did, pack down all the snow. But again, it's sugary snow. It has, zero structure to it. So you can't even get a snow stake to hold into that. So what I did was just set up my tent, then put out tent pegs kind of horizontally. And you see this was last night. So this is all rock solid. Tent pegs are just horizontally here in the ground. And that's plenty because it's a freestanding tent. You see that was locked down. The snow's been all stamped down, or packed down, so it's solid, it's got a good base. But Nathan has a non-freestanding tent, so pretty different challenge. It wasn't easy setting up, was it?
It's the most X-Mid pitch ever.
Yeah, but so like he used some logs, and I mean, like, you have to get really creative here. There's no way that you're gonna find, just walk around and find some big rocks and set up whatever way you're gonna do with rocks. So by chance, or just it happens to be that we're in an area with a lot of dead trees and we had saws, so we could do this. And that's an option. But if it had been really windy, or if the weather had been bad, that would have been a challenge. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you're new to this, that tent wouldn't be my first choice. I camp a lot with, I camp with that tent a lot, but I know that there's gonna be some situations where I'm gonna get somewhere and it might be challenging to set up. If you're new to winter camping and there's a lot of things that you're having to deal with and learn about, I would just go with a freestanding tent to start with, because it just makes your life easier. And there's a lot of tents. Like I have an MSR Elixir. It's a little one-person freestanding tent. It's a great little kind of winter tent. This tent's first time I'm using it. There's lots of different options out there, but this was set up, really quickly, and I could have gotten in there and been perfectly comfortable. So just different things to keep in mind.